Can you hear me now? You can hear me now? I'm good. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Lanny Moody. For a minute there, I thought we were going to have to get a woman up here to get it fixed. All right, good to be here. I'm excited. Let me start over. I'm from Atlanta, Georgia, just outside of Atlanta, about 30 minutes. And I've been looking forward to coming down to SONFEST. And one of my favorite things that I do is I love to laugh. I enjoy laughing. I practice laughing. I truly believe that in what Jesus says in his word, that if you got Jesus, then you're going to have a merry heart. You're going to be happy. And I just get excited whenever I go off and travel and be able to talk to people about the things that I love. And one of those things that I love is laughing. People ask me how I got started in doing comedy. I couldn't sing. So I just started making fun of the singers. No, just singing. But I love to mess with people. Everywhere I go, I love to mess with people. I have a good time. One of my favorite things to do is whenever I travel is look for things to get into and just mess with people. And the other morning, I was leaving. I was driving to go get something to eat early one morning, about 6:30, and I decided to go through a drive-through window at McDonald's and pulled up to the window and parked and sat there. And I noticed on the drive-in window there, it said, had a little sign down at the bottom. It said, "Menu available in Braille." At the drive-thru. Hello. That's what I said. I said, you got to be kidding me. So when the lady said, "Welcome to McDonald's, can I take your order?" I said, "Ma'am," I said, "I need to come to the window." And she said, "Okay." So I reached up and I got my sunglasses and put them, and I got my son's drumstick in the back seat and I rolled the window down and I drive up looking like Ray Charles, you know what I mean? So I pull up there to the window and the lady's staring at me and I said, I started to laugh and I said, "Yes, ma'am, I need your menu in Braille." And she left and in just a minute she came back and handed me one. I didn't know what to do, so I just acted like I was reading it. You know, I was like, "Yeah, I want the sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddle, and Coca-Cola, and order a hash brown." And she said, "Okay," and I went to hand her the menu back, you know, and I just acted like I couldn't see her. I just beat her all in the head with it while she's trying to grab it. Just having fun, slapping it back and forth. And so finally she got it, and then she says, "That'll be $5 and something," whatever it was, you know. So I reached in my pocket and pulled out a $1 bill. And I said, "Ma'am, all I got is this $100 bill." And she looked at me and looked at the money, and looked at me, looked at the money. She said, "Sir, that's just a one." I said, "Oh, really?" So they told me it was a $100 bill. So I handed her a 10. I said, "Is that enough?" And she said, "That'll be enough." So whenever I was handing it to her, you know, I was like, "Is this going to be right what you need?" And so she finally got a hold to it and handed me my change. And this is what she said. "Drive forward, please." I said, "Okay." I said, "Is there a car in front of me?" And she looked out. She said, "No, go ahead." I said, "Thank you." I pulled up to the window and there was 15 employees standing there. So they were getting my food together and getting it ready. They were getting my food together and getting ready for it to go. And this lady came up. She's like in amazement. You know, I'm just sitting there, you know, looking around. And she goes, "Do you do this very often?" And I said, "What's that?" She said, "Go places by yourself." I said, "No, normally my CNI dog's with me, but he didn't get up this morning." Them people looked at me, and whenever I drove off, you know, I said, "Thank you." She said, "Thank you for coming to McDonald's." I hit the brakes. I said, "McDonald's? I thought I was at Burger King." And I drove off, but I just love to mess with people. I have a good time messing with people. The other week I was in the airport in Texas getting ready to fly home, and these two ladies were talking in front of me, and I got ADD. And so one of the things with people with ADD, it drives us crazy for something to be going on. We don't know what's going on. That's just one of the things. And I got ADD. Somebody asked me one time, "Do you take medicine for your ADD?" No, I don't. I enjoy my ADD. I do. I don't want anybody to stop my train of thinking. I have a good time with my ADD. Because you can't get mad at people when they got ADD. You can't. Because you can't keep their attention long enough. We get bored and walk off. You know, you just can't keep our attention, which is a lot better than having SAR. Everybody's got a friend that's got SAR. Y'all know what SAR is. Something ain't right. See, I don't have SAR. I got ADD, and I enjoy my ADD. But I was sitting there watching these two ladies talk, and it was just driving me crazy. And after I sat in there and listened to them for a minute, I raised in there and got a good ear of it, and they were talking about shampoo. They were talking about mane and tail horse shampoo. I'm not kidding. They were talking about washing their hair in it and how good it made their hair feel and how fluffy and how controlled. And I couldn't help it. I leaned in there to them. I said, ladies, I use that for years. But it's so much fun. I enjoy messing with people. One of my favorite things to do whenever I travel is when I get to my hotel room, I like to get my remote control to the TV and then walk around to other people's windows and change their channel. Now that's fun. You ever done that? Now that is fun, I'm telling you, man. Because you walk by the room and just run it up, 20 cans. And the first thing you see, the man in the room start to whoop the kids. He'd be like, I'm watching the game. Would you turn the TV back? And they got to find the channel because now they have 100 channels on each TV, They're trying to find the channel. They're searching the thing and trying to get it located. I let him get comfortable, start watching the game again. I'll come back by again. Just run it back up. Let's just keep changing it. I always love to figure out what the religious channel is. And quick flick it to the religious channel. I'll flip it, he'll flip it. I'll flip it, he'll flip it.
You gonna stand here with Papa?
I came by his room that last time and he was on his knees praying.
Your mama may have a problem.
Oh, he's getting the sign of God. But life is too short not to have fun, man. And this is my belief, that if we as Christians look like we were happy with what we had in Jesus, more people would want what we got in Jesus. That's just that's just the way I think about it. And I enjoy life, and I love to have fun and talk and cutting up with people. And I've raised my kids on that same level. First time I'm a granddaddy. I got a grandson now, and I got one to come in December, and I'm really excited about that. But I've raised all my kids to be the same way. Be optimistic. To look on the bright side. That's the way my dad taught me. Be optimistic. Look on the bright side of it. Like this afternoon, when I was out at the store, I stopped and bought me a hairdryer. I miss that sound, But you got to be optimistic in this day and time and look on the bright side of life. But I have fun. I've raised my kids to be the same way. And one thing I've learned, I'm right in the middle of writing a book. I've written one book. That book is Men Are From Mars because women killed all the ones on Venus. I'm writing another book on how to raise your kids. And the secret to raising your kids is to always make them think that you're crazier than they are. Bottom line, no matter what happens, no matter what takes place, you make them think that you're crazier than they are. I know back a couple years ago, y'all remember, I got a couple teenage boys at that time, and y'all remember when they had y'all remember when the big leg breeches were in style and everybody was walking around like this? Well, I come in one day from a road trip and my son walked through the house, like he had done something bad in his pants. And that's the way you got to walk with your legs spread out like that, to hold them up. And I called him over there and I said, come here, Snoop Doopy Doors. And he said, what, Daddy? I said, son, you look stupid in them pants. And he said, what do you mean? I said, just what I said. You look stupid in them pants, and you're not going to wear them in public. He said, but Daddy, you don't understand. This is the style. I said, son, you don't understand. I don't care what it is. You're not going to wear them. Now, here's the thing that you want to do whenever you're raising kids. Like I say, the secret is make them think you're crazier than they are. So I said, okay, they're the style. Do you know how to stop your kids from dressing stupid? You dress like them. You dress like them. I went to the store and I bought me a pair of big leg breeches. And I drove to the high school to pick my son up. Because being a parent, I learned this. Your kids don't care how stupid you look inside your house. They do care how stupid you look in front of their
We
friends.
do a lot of these things down here too.
And so I drove over there to the high school to pick my son up, and sure enough, whenever he come out of the doors, I got out of the truck to meet him halfway, and I'm walking across there. I'm like, dude, what's up? And pants hanging down. And I didn't have them real pretty boxer shorts, you know, that they wore at that time. So I just pulled my Fruit of the Looms, you know, way up. I had them pulled way up, so I'm walking like this. I'm like, hey, dude, what's up? My son took off running. He was dodging him. All the other kids like, whose daddy is that? He was running down, and I was running after him. You know, I was trying to hold my britches. It looked like a bride on her wedding day holding her britches up. You know. Pants about to fall off, and I thought, man, if I sneeze, I'll blow my pants off. So finally, I circled around, and I cornered him. I told him, I said, son, what are you doing? He said, Daddy, I'm embarrassed. Please don't do this to me. I said, son, you don't understand. We're going to the mall. We're going to go hang out at the mall. He said, Daddy, please. I said, no, son, this is style. Remember, and I want to be in style. Don't you know, my son went home and he never wore those pants again. See, you got to make your kids think you're crazier than they are under all circumstances. My daughter, a couple years ago, came in one day. She had a little swimming party over the house. We had a little swimming pool in our house. And I was the chaperone. My wife left me in charge to be the chaperone. And we had a couple boys from the ball team there and a couple girls there. And I'm sitting on the couch watching TV. And my daughter comes through the house like this and walks in between me and the TV. And that's when I noticed that my 17-year-old daughter was no longer a little girl. Because she had something about that wide wrapped around her bottom. And she had something about that wide wrapped around her top part. And I jumped up, I said, hey, 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 hey. Because you know, that's what parents say when they can't think of what they want to say. And she turned around and she said, what, Daddy? And I said, yeah, what? That's a good question. What is that you got on? It's my new bathing suit. I said, I don't think so. You're not going to wear that out there in public. She said, why? And I said, because your mama goes to bed with more clothes than that. And you think you're going out there in front of that ball team, Banana? I don't think so. And she said, but Daddy, you don't understand. This is a style. Well, okay. Well, honey, I know something about style. Folks, with my hands raised to the good Lord above, I bought me a pair of Speedos. I know what you're thinking, but let me tell you something. There's nothing like untanned fat hanging out of a bathing suit. I'm telling you, it looked vulgar. I mean, it was nasty. But you know what? A man's got to do what a man's got to do, hasn't he? And so I told my wife, she said, when they all come over, she said, you're not going to wear that out there in front of them kids, or just that? And I said, no. So I put on a pair of tennis shoes, too. And I put on one of them wife beater t-shirts, y'all seen, you know. And so I go out there and I go running out the back door and I jump right into the pool, you know. Geronimo! And when I did, every boy in the pool emptied out. I mean, it was like a vacuum. Water and everything left the pool, and there I was standing. I said, where y'all going? And they, oh, well, we got to go. And I'm like, no, let's play volleyball. Come on, guys, let's play volleyball. No, we got to go, Mr. Moody. We've really enjoyed your stay here. They all left. My daughter goes in the house. I said, where are you going? She said, I've never been so embarrassed. I'm never going to wear this bathing suit again. But that's why I say you got to always outthink your kids in every situation. And part of my tip is when you start to have children and you start to have grandchildren, I want you to go down to the police station and have your picture made wearing a straitjacket. That's right. Have it made wearing a straitjacket. Get all right. They'll do it for you. Just get 2 or 3 pictures and you're wrapped up in this straitjacket, you know, fixed. And then have them stand over you, you know, like they're beating you or something with a rope or with their billy jack. And then you take them pictures and you take them home and you stick them in that drawer that you tell all your kids to never go in. Because you know what's going. First thing they're going to do is they're going to go inside that drawer. And you'll know when they go in that drawer, because the next time you see them walk through the house, they'll be looking at you like. mean, they will receive distinct difference, but it will change everything that they do in life, and it works great with grandkids. I mean, it just changes. What happened to Pawpaw? Why is Pawpaw? Oh, when he tells you to do something, you go do it. Don't mess with nothing else. You just go do it. But it's great. I enjoy I enjoy having life, man, and just laughing at things going on and taking place whenever we go through the life. And we've enjoyed the Florida weather. I got some stuff here I want to share with you. I don't quite know how I'm going to do that with you. We're going to give it a swing. A good comic always carries a backup plan. Time out. Da-da-da, da-da-da-da. Now then. I'm a granddaddy. I can fix things, you know. Duct tape does wonders for the duct tape. Always carries something. Yeah, I can figure stuff out. Let me show y'all some stuff. This is stuff I've collected over the years of being on the road. This is stuff I got right here. This is what I'd look like if I had hair. This is what I do. Sometimes whenever I travel, I wear my Speedos. I like to walk down the beach. Y'all see me. Y'all notice me. When you go to the beach, this is what I look like when I'm going to the beach. Check me out. Don't I look good? The one thing, another thing is you'll notice, the older men get, the better we look, we think. Don't we? When we get ready to go somewhere, we just think we like wine. We just get more finer with the age that takes upon us whenever we go through life. Whether we had hair or no hair, it makes a difference. This is what I look like if I had a bowl cut. This is my old style haircut. This is my pillow whenever I'm flying. I love to take naps on the plane, and so this is my pillow that I use. This is great to correct the kids. Sit down! It's just great when you're preaching. Every head bowed, every eye closed. You feel the hand of God. You need to put more in office. All right, watch this. This is my real talent right here. 5 years of sitting on the bench during Little League Baseball right here. I was the worst player on the team, and my mom would sign me up every year to play Little League Baseball. And I'd wind up sitting on the bench, and nobody ever, I always played right field. Nobody ever hit the ball out the right field, you know? Well, they did one time, and it went over my head because I was sitting down playing cards, but that's a different story. But my mom would come to every one of my games, and you know what? At every one of my games, it didn't matter how many times I struck out, dropped the ball, ran the wrong way. I could hear my mom above all the other moms. Boo, boo, get him off the field. Get him off the field. I was bad. I was really, really bad. This is fun to do. I use this whenever I'm traveling. I let my wife drive, and I'll sit over in the passenger seat riding down the road. People drive by looking at you 3 times crazy. This is one of the other funniest. Oh, this is got really good at this. Juggling. Just what if you practice enough, this is what you become. Y'all want to clap? I don't want your pity clap. All right, watch this. No, I've been practicing, so I'm gonna try this. I've never done this before. Whoop. As you can tell. As you can tell. I'm a professional. Do not try this at home. Here we go. Watch this. All right. I'm going to attempt to juggle one. All right. Now, I'm really good. I'm really good at this. Takes years of experience, a lot of practice. But I'm going to attempt to juggle these knives while wearing this bandana on my head. What? Y'all thought I got ADD, I'm not stupid. If I can do this a little bit better, watch this. Ah! It's sweating and my hands are sticking to these, so it's kind of hard to release it. There we go, all right. I knew I could do it. I know for me. No, I'm out of time. I thank y'all for being. I thank y'all for letting me be here. I apologize for the microphone trouble. Apologize for the microphone trouble. Y'all have a good night. God bless, all right?